Hey guys, this is Paulio Jr. and I was hoping that today this video was going to be very simple, but it may not be. I have a XL44 self-cleaning oven, and I ordered this part, GEWVR3K21 igniter, and it said that it would fit XL44 ovens, which it looks like it'll fit, but this guy just has, as you can see, the old igniter has the 2 plugs, and this igniter just has the 1 plug. So it looks like today we might be doing some splicing. So we might be switching out, taking this guy off of the new one, this adapter, and exchanging them with the old one. So I think that's what is going to need to happen, because as long as I can get it to ignite, that's just the igniter. So just like up here with the broiler, if you see that part, there's that igniter, and then once that glows, this whole bar lights up. I forget what it's called, but it's the same premise with this. It's just that you can control the temperature with the bottom, with the oven, not with the broiler. So what we're going to look at today, on the XL44 series, and I'm sure with most ovens, you pull out the bottom drawer, and then everything is in here. So, and you know what, I'm gonna turn the camera. I'm sorry. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm just. Everything is in here. All the plugs that we need and so forth. So, if you can see, right here, that's where the 1 plug was supposed to go. This is where the other plug was supposed to go, and then you just screw it in up top. And that would be, you know, if we had that exact part, which we don't. And I've been waiting long enough to get this oven back up for everybody, so we can stop burning everything with the broiler and using this little toaster oven that we have. So so this will be fun. This is really a first time thing for me. I mean, as far as switching out igniters, but I think as long as we get it to glow and we get them connected, I think we'll be okay. So I'm not really worried about it, but I just think that it might take a little bit more time. Well, it will take more time than usual, because you know, we're doing some splicing here, so I'm definitely giving myself a lot of slack here as far as the wires are concerned. So here's our new one, here's our old one, and what I'm going to do is just with the pliers, I'm just going to cut this old one off. This one's done anyway, so I don't give a crap about this one. And we're going to see, we'll give ourselves enough room. Okay. And then we'll try to make them the same length as well. So we're going to match. I'm always like in my little moccasins when I'm around the house, but we're actually developing this policy not to wear anything. We're developing a nudist colony within our house. But no, we're not going to wear shoes in the kitchen, which is a great idea, because I'll show you afterwards. It looks fantastic, and we're just going to keep it clean. So let's see how these guys splice, because this is like almost like a nylon kind of material. So I'm wondering if I could even just, if I could pull just the nylon off here. So I'm just going to do it like I usually do with a regular. Okay, so there's that little piece. And then there's another piece in here. I'm just trying to find the quickest way to do this. I'll have to go shorter here with the wire cutters. Okay, so that's just, this is all just like crap insulation. I've never taken one of these apart before. And I'm going to take more of this nylon off just to, come on. Whatever that insulation is on the outside. Because there's definitely metal inside. It doesn't even look like copper. But, and I could use the utility knife here to maybe get in here a little bit better. But let's see. I just want to see what we're working with here. Okay, so we're just dealing with regular, okay, just a regular conductor metal. It doesn't look too bad, because we want to keep, because I think that these ends are fine. I think it's just the actual igniter itself which has gone. And do the same thing, at least pull this little whatever this is, nylon insulation off of here if I can. Okay. Just at least get around it, and I should really get something to lean on here to cut this. You know, to be scraping at it. I'm not trying to do it on a brand new tile. Alright, there we go. So we have our two. So this old igniter is done. And now we have, but we do have the connections for it. And here's our fun part. This is where we're going to connect. We're just going to basically see, because it looks like, yeah, because these prongs are good, so we don't need this prong at all off the new one. So I think with the new one, we're just going to say adios and say goodbye to a refund. But it was, you know, it was my fault for, well, you know what, I looked it up and said it would work for it, and God willing, it will. So now we're just going to do the same damn thing. We're going to test it out. So we're just going to pretty much do the same thing here. I guess I wish this would come off easier with this wire cutter. This would probably be a sort of a solder job too, but let's see. I think maybe we can just wire nut these together and be okay, which would be awesome. Is that coming off okay? Yeah. Hope you guys can see. Sorry if my big fat head's in the way. we got some. I feel like this might have some promise here. Come on. All right, there we go. Here's our old ones. So the way that this is coming out, there's really no set thing that says which part is which and so forth. So what I'm going to do first is we're just going to play fucking the matching game, you know, and draw straws here. So I'm going to connect just one piece of the new one to the old connector. Cool thing is that they did give me these, so maybe that's why. So let's find out. So we're gonna put the wire nut over there. Remember, see, if the wire nut does not stop, you know, you want to get it all the way. Make sure that you can't turn it. That's always a big thing with these. So you know what, I'm just going to try a different one that I have in here and see if that'll help me a little bit. Maybe one that's a little bit better. Not that I don't appreciate they gave you wire nuts, but let's just see if this will just do the trick a little bit better. Alright, and those wires are definitely connected. Do the same thing with this guy. Alright, so I'm just going to wrap them around real quick around each other. These are pretty light that I don't need pliers or anything like that. Let's try it with this one, see how that works. Just to see. No offense, but you know what? Are these even wire nuts? I don't know, but they suck. So we're going to use just a regular wire nut here. This might be too big, but let's see. Too big. Smaller one. Like that. There we go. And just for safety, always tape. We don't want anything, don't want any wires exposed for any reason at all. That should never be the case for anything. There should never be any wires exposed, especially if you have, you know, some idiot like me who's playing around with this, but I think we'll be okay. Because as soon as we plug it, I mean, it's just like plugging it into an outlet wall. So let's see. Hopefully this will. I mean, I really hope that this works. I mean, that would be fantastic. So, all right. Let me throw this in there and then I'll show you. Just pushing the wires down. So I just have that sitting there for right now. And then underneath here we have our old wires. I hope that screen is wide enough to show you, and I hope it's relatively bright down here where you can see. So, like I said, this was where we were going to plug it in, was right here. This was the old guy. This is where we're gonna feed this into. Zap. This is how Polio Jr. died. He changed wires on an igniter for his oven. He was so desperate to eat pizza that he couldn't control himself anymore. And then we're going to plug this one into here. Okay, just like that. And both the wire nuts are underneath, taped, so that's fine. And like I said, if this doesn't work, I'm going to switch the wires around and see if that works. But our biggest concern, not concern, but what we want to see, we want to see this guy light up. So right now I'm just going to have him, I'm not screwing him in, I'm just going to have him sit there. So, oh, this would be awesome if this worked. So we're just going to turn on the oven to 300. Turn off the light. Glow works. Okay, step back. Glow does work. There we go. All right. All right. Turn this oven off. Glow is going to go down. Flame is going to go out. And let's connect it as if it was the old one. This old piece of shit. And that smoke is probably just from being cleaned previously by me. So, all right. I love this freaking this camera. Man, this Polaroid cube is really, this is probably gonna be hot as shit now, isn't it? This Polaroid cube is a wonderful thing. So let's be careful and make sure this thing isn't too hot. Okay, so we're just gonna get a feel here. That's still pretty hot. And I think what we're going to do is actually flip this igniter over to where, how hot is that? It's freaking hot. It's hot. And I mean, it was only on for a few seconds. So if you could like move over, igniter, I would like really appreciate that. That would be really cool with you. So there's screws under here. So I'm going to turn it off real quick because I'm going to have to take this part off to get this guy to get this guy in there. That's my fault for not holding on. So I'm going to turn the video off real quick and then attach that to where it's not going to be as close to it and a little bit safer. Back on. The igniter's plugged back in. I switched it to a different position. You can see it turning on. We just want to make sure that it does catch the flame. It's a little bit further away than it was before. But as long as that gas goes on and we don't kill ourselves, it lights up. It's further away. I think it should be okay. Let's turn it off. I hate playing with gas. I like playing with electric, but not with gas. Okay, so, yeah, so you see that smoke coming off? That's not from that igniter. That was from cleaning it. So that was my concern for a second. So now I actually have that. It's further away, but it's close enough where it will ignite it. Those, I guess, I don't know if they're called nylon wire, whatever they are, but those are actually like extremely heat resistant wires, so we're good. Now the only part that I might be concerned about is if this is sticking out too far where I'm putting the bottom plate over this, but we'll see how that goes. Under here, all I did was reattach the wires like before, and the only other thing I have to do is, if you see right at that top corner, right here where my finger is, if you see that hole, I'm gonna have to push that down and screw and put these 2 screws back in there, and then put the faceplate cover over, and that should be it. But the igniter works perfectly, even though I had to splice it, which is fine. It's covered, it's safe under here, it's not going to be an issue. You know, under here you're not playing with, like, you know, you'll be okay. So I'm not concerned. You know, maybe I'll add some more electrical tape, but as long as I have everything tucked away from everybody, you know, I'm not. It's not a concern. So that actually worked out really well, and I actually got that igniter at a really good price, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. So for that, I'm extremely grateful. I just have to adjust this piece, and then, like I said, you can even see it from here. If you look under the igniter, there's that hole there I'm going to screw in. So I'm going to have to push this down and then screw in the 2 screws, put the bottom plate over top of this, and then we're good, and that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it was a little bit more, that was more custom. It wasn't just, you know, plug and play, but you know, it works. And if there isn't any problems with it down the line, I'll be sure to update, but I think we're going to be good. So thank you guys for watching, as always, and please subscribe, please like, tell me what you think, because you know, with this kind of stuff now, you know, yes, you can definitely buy the exact part, you know, for things, but I guess, you know, almost everything's interchangeable for the most part, you know. So that's really cool. I'm glad that it worked, and if you guys enjoyed this, please subscribe, like, comment. You know, I'm definitely appreciating, you know, some of the feedback that I'm getting. You know, it's slow, but it's coming in, and I really appreciate you guys watching. So, and then just real quick, this was like I said, it was an XL44 self-cleaning gas range. I don't think it's not GE. I think it's called a HotPoint, but that model number RGB745BEA2WH. That's what it is. So this is a HotPoint. So I don't know when the hell it was made, but it freaking works beautifully, and you know, I've cleaned it like crazy, and it's gonna look great. So thanks for watching. Later. To see you guys, I always think of something afterwards. This is one of the best tools to have when working on anything that where you're going to have a lot of screws and so forth that could get caught in tight places. So for instance, like I had a couple screws when I was under here, I would drop, and if I didn't feel like reaching, you know, I just pick it up with this, grab it, do what I gotta do. Whatever the hell they're called, a magnetic extender or something like that. So, and then just so you guys see, this is what I got the plate on, everything fit fine, and the oven works fine. So, and I actually did clean it off with a little bit of WD-40. Not as thorough as, you know, I probably will do, but just a quick job, because this, I mean, this whole plate, I think in my previous video you might have seen how absolutely disgusting it was. So I hope that this video did help you. We got the igniter in. It's a lot more clean than it was, and everything works fine. So it's just, you know, the cleaning part is probably the most tedious. It takes a lot of time and a lot of patience. So like I still have to clean the trays that go into here, because they're still like pretty black, But at least I got the oven on, and all I have to do is slide the door back on these hinges and go from there. So, but that was one of the things I wanted to show you was the magnetic extender. These things are really, really, really helpful for projects like this. So, and that's it. So that was just my extra little tidbit. And if you are like I was spraying a decent amount of WD-40 in here. I just had a fan going here, just going right out the window. As you can see, it's March, and it's what is it, March 20th, and we're getting 5 inches today in Pennsylvania. So, so this piece of crap oven, it's not a piece of crap, but this relatively older oven, which was having problems, definitely looks way cleaner, way better. It has a new igniter now, and just and like this whole top is all clean. I mean, I cleaned the hell out of everything. The plates, the tops, underneath. I was using Q-tips, everything, and it takes a while. It really takes a lot of patience, and I'm still not even done. But we're at the point where it's like, hey, let's start cooking again. So that's it. Just wanted to show you guys that. Thanks, guys. See ya.